Hey, welcome in to Vibe Sessions ATX. We are inside the beautiful Warm Studios right now, right here in Austin, Texas, and I have the pleasure of interviewing a local, what would they call it, an Austinian or
Austinite.
Austinite,
Right.
yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Anastasia, Hera, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. This is great.
It is. Doesn't
Yeah.
this look like so crazy
Everything
nice,
is
right?
really cool. Everybody is really in a great, cool place. So I'm having
Yes.
fun.
Doesn't that just help so much, you being an artist and you come in and the energy and the vibe is just
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
The atmosphere
It's
is
everything, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm so excited to talk to you. I've been doing so much research on you.
Really?
You have so many things going for you.
Thank you.
So I love
I
it.
do.
South by Southwest is going on right down the street right
Right.
here, and you not only being an artist but also owning your own liquor brand. I can only imagine this past week has been absolutely insane for
It
you.
has been.
Really?
Yeah, but
you
we
aren't
know-
showing it at all though.
You can.
Yeah,
I
you
can.
have such a
know?
calm demeanor.
And actually, I haven't had any performances. My performance with you guys is my only
Hey.
one for this South
Y'all
by.
hear that?
Yeah,
Y'all
everything
hear
else
that?
has been liquor. But I'm excited to get to it. It'll be the culmination, like the climax of my
Yep.
whole South by 2023.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Now, I saw, and I was reading a little bit,
Yes.
that in your spare time, you like to polish your fried rice recipe.
Yes.
I need to know about this because fried rice is something, you know, the pandemic really opened up for a lot of us to go out and try, you know, some new things. And I've been working on my fried rice recipe. I think my wife has said it's pretty good. But I need to
Yes.
hear a little bit about yours. How long has this recipe been in the works?
Oh my gosh, forever.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because I think, first of all, I love to cook.
Yes.
Right? When I can't create, when I can't write or be creative in any other way,
Yep.
I'm going to get in the kitchen. Because
Okay.
that's kind of how I get my groove back. You know, I turn on.
Maybe a little therapeutic at times as well, right?
Yes, definitely. Playing with flavors and chopping and the sounds and the smells, all of it's great. But, you know, I think when I started out cooking, I was just guessing. I thought you could just, you know, boil some rice and then throw it in a pan and that was it. And you get
Garlic
fried
right
rice.
here, cracked pepper. I don't know. I don't know the
Exactly.
amount,
But I feel like my recipe and my process has evolved
Yes.
as I have, you know,
Yep.
like any of us do. So now, you know, I'm paying more attention to the steps. You know, how dry is the rice? Did it sit in the fridge overnight?
Yes.
So there are all these little nuances that I didn't realize.
Does
were
my
there.
rice stick all together in one clump, like big ball, or is it actually
Right.
fluffy and you can kind of, yes.
Am I able to get that sizzle on it? It's gotta
Exactly.
Sizzle, you know? So yeah, it's coming along.
Okay.
Just like everything else.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got to try this fried
Absolutely.
rice at some point. Let's make that
Definitely.
happen. Now, can we mention something on the flip side though?
Sure.
Dishes suck. Can we just be honest? Dishes suck. So
Well,
it's like
then-
cooking is so great, but then it's like the afterwards. And I was looking
Right.
back and I'm like, so what they used to do like in ancient Egypt? They would just throw the pots back out and crack them and make a brand new one. Can we just do that? Or
That'd be beautiful. Yeah, no, that'd be beautiful. They do, but you know, handy dandy dishwashers.
Exactly.
You know, I believe in mine. I utilize mine.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The dishwasher might be the greatest invention of the
Absolutely.
20th, 21st. I think even going into the 22nd.
Now, if we could
century.
get people to load them and unload them,
Yep.
we'd be making some progress. Yeah.
I love it. Well, let's talk about your music because we have so much to talk about. So I was going back just a little bit, let's say a decade or so.
Right.
And I saw that Anastasia Hera used to be Anya.
That's right.
And I saw she was shooting this really cool video on 6th Street.
Yep.
A nice little freestyle you did to, I think,
yes.
Kanye's Liftoff.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about Anya, the artist.
Ooh, well, you know, and it's funny that you mentioned that particular video because I shot that during South by.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I could tell the
You know,
vibe of the street.
Right, and that kind of reflects where I was in my career
Okay.
at the time. I was new. I was just starting out. I released my first mixtape in 2011, so I believe that was South by 2011, 2012.
Wow.
And it was like, hey, let's just do it guerrilla style. Let's take a camera down there. You hand out CDs, you know,
Yep.
kind of the way that we used to do South by back
Exactly.
then.
Yeah,
You know,
pop trunk.
That's all
Yep.
disappeared,
Yep.
you know, but that's where we started. And I'm glad that we got to record that moment in time. But, you know, that particular song, motivation. And I think about the reason that I started to do music and really take it seriously is because there are these messages that I want to send into the future. Like my messages, everything that I ever laid down will outlive me. It'll outlive all of us. And so, and all of it is important.
Yep.
So yeah, I wanted to commemorate where I was, where we are.
Yes.
And that's what Liftoff is.
I love it. I love that. Now, Anya then transforms into Anastasia Hera, and I can
right.
only imagine that this is just the maturing process of
Right.
your artistry.
That too, and my name means a lot to me.
Okay.
So when I first started out, well, I chose Anya because Anastasia wasn't available on Twitter. That's the easy story.
That's a big determining factor when it comes to
Absolutely.
starting a business or becoming. Is this a person already? Oh, shit.
That's right.
It is. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's where I started, but then I figured I was still tentative about what I wanted to do musically. Am I going to pursue this, or am I just kind of trying my hand at it?
Yeah.
And so I figured that I wouldn't use my real name until I felt like, okay, I'm a serious artist now. Now I can step into being Anastasia. And I had never used, I grew up as Stacy. So I had never used Anastasia up until then. It's like, you know what? I got to a certain point. It's like, you know what? I feel like Anastasia today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going on all my music and everything from here going forward. And then Hera, I had never used Hera until I started the Rum brand. Yeah, so finally a use for that
It is all
name.
coming full circle now. The
Yes.
picture is becoming clearer. Let's fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
You released your EP, This Is Anastasia, back in 2021. And I got to tell you, I really enjoy the way that you go from singing to rapping in such unison.
Yes.
It's very seamless, flawless. And I think you're the first song on that, Ceiling.
Yes.
It establishes that you are great at balancing both and one not overcoming the other.
Right.
Talk to me about how that journey's been.
Oh my gosh. Well, I had to grow myself. I had to grow my self-confidence, and when I first started, now this is not a bad thing because it gave me an opportunity to meet lots of artists.
Yep.
So I used to only rap, and then I'd bring other people in to sing on my hooks, mostly women.
Yep.
Like, hey sis, come get in the closet and record. So I'm rapping there singing. But over the years, I kind of started to feel like, hey, I've got my own voice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Let's
that I
experiment
can-
a little bit. Let's see what I could
Exactly.
do.
That's right. And I love to sing. I'd say that I almost love singing more than I do rapping. I just never had been that great at it.
Okay.
So once I started kind of believing, okay, yes, I can. Yes, I like how this is coming out. Then it's like, okay, well, I can just flip-flop back and forth. But I feel like that sets me apart. I feel like that kind of puts me in my own lane to be able to do both well.
Yeah. And having that self-sustainability as an
Yes.
artist, it always only works in your benefit,
That's
right?
correct.
You don't have to reach out to anybody. You don't have to know anyone really. If you can do it all on your own, you got it.
And then everything else is just icing on the cake.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, I did see that you were going to drop a album, self-produced, your very first self-produced album in 2022. It didn't happen though.
Right.
What maybe happened? Is this the liquor brand coming into everything and maybe taking over the direction of your career a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there was that time period, 2020, 2021. Everybody's getting a little antsy. And so what I did, actually, my job gave me a copy of Logic Pro.
Okay.
And said, hey, we're going to teach you guys how to make beats. And so I took a workshop and I experimented. I had a lot of late nights. And I don't know if you've ever experimented with beat making, but it's completely addictive.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's- right. Yeah.
Once you get it going, and you've got the 808s at the right spot,
It's
the hi-hats at the right,
amazing.
oh, absolutely.
It's amazing. So, long story, and yes, the Rum brand came along sort of around this time, 2021. And so that the project is sitting on my computer.
Okay.
Ready to be actioned upon.
Okay.
So we're getting there.
Okay.
And I do have some great material there.
So we will be looking forward to an Anastasia Hera album sometime soon.
That's
Let's transition into the rum. Hey, so Hera Tropical Rum infused with banana and coconut.
That's right.
And I thought maybe we could take a little sip so I can give you my
Let's do
real
it.
reaction. Okay, here we go. So we had these two beautiful shots already poured up for us.
That's
Hey,
right.
she went a
Thank
little heavy on it. I was like, I still have things to do tonight. She still needs to perform at Vibe Sessions tonight.
Yep.
Well, cheer. Oh, hold on. And we got to get the branding
There
too.
we go.
Cheers.
Yes,
Hey.
cheers.
Okay, let's see. Wow. Oh, I saw you had a little bite right there.
Yes.
It hit a little hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
This was actually my first drink of the day. And I'm always a little surprised by it. It's kind of like hearing your own music and being like, who is that? Oh, it's me.
Yep.
So that's how I feel.
I like it. I like it. Now let's talk about this.
Okay.
What made you want to dive into creating your own liquor?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't have chosen alcohol as my first choice of things to add to my brand. But just in the course of me doing what I do, being a musician, meeting people, I was introduced to a woman who has her own distillery. And she wanted to bring a rum to market.
Okay.
And we started talking about it. Like, what do you like? What do you drink when you go out?
Okay.
What goes hand in hand with your music, your sound, your aesthetic, all of it? And so this is what we came up with.
Wow, I love it. Let me ask you this. This is a really key question I kind of wanted to ask. You're a brand new liquor company.
Yes.
And there's so many brands out there that have been established for 100, 200, some 500 years. One of my favorites, Jameson, I think, was a Jameson whiskey established in the 1700s.
Absolutely.
What's it been like competing against these legacy brands, these generational brands that have been around, and trying to get people to want to try your rum?
It's been an awesome challenge.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh,
It's only up from here. Because you know what? I have a
Hey.
secret weapon.
Ah.
You know, my secret weapon is that if I want to produce a soundtrack to this rum, if I want to put together a breakup song, a celebration song, a graduation song, anything, I can do it. And I don't even have to leave my bedroom to do it. So I can put together a beat. I can lay some vocals. I can email it out to Warm Studios for some mixing and mastering. You know what I mean? So I think that the music and the rum go hand in hand. Everywhere the music goes, the rum should go. Everywhere the rum goes, the music should go.
I love that. I love that. Okay, well, where can people find Hera Tropical Rum? If I wanted to get a bottle, and I mean, maybe you might let me, you know, go home with one, right? But where could some of your fans go and try your rum, or even buy a bottle, purchase a bottle?
Always go to herarum.com.
Okay.
Every time I add a store, and I'm slowly adding them. Right now I'm in Austin and San Antonio, trying to get into Houston and Dallas. Worldwide.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you go to herarum.com, I'm constantly adding stores there. So if you want to buy, go there, or hit me up and I'll tell you where you can buy it.
Well, let me tell y'all, from me personally, this tastes really great. I'm gonna need another drink probably before. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anastasia Hera. Make sure you follow her on the MVP Vibe app. We might be seeing that self-produced album here in the next year or so.
I would say so.
Plus, if you haven't yet, you need to try it. Hera Tropical Rum, wherever you could find it.
Right.
It was heratropicalrum.com.
Herarum.com.
Herarum.com. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Anastasia Hera, we cannot wait to see you perform at Vibe Sessions tonight.
I'm ready.
Are you
Thank
excited?
I'm totally excited.
Oh, I can't wait. I saw the sound check and it was really good. So y'all are in for a treat. Once again, Anastasia Hera.
All right.